snap! Hello guys, it's Jazz and welcome back to another episode of Oh Snap. Today, I'm here with a very, very, very exciting guest. She is an actress, a radio presenter, a mum, and so much more. And she played the iconic Lisa Atwood in The Saddle Club. So welcome, Lara Jean Marshall to the podcast.
Hello.
Hello. Lara just told me this is her first podcast.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. I feel so honoured and blessed that you joined me today.
Oh, I'm blessed that I'm with you. I mean,
Well,
I'm such a fan of you.
Oh my God, likewise. I think there's been such a massive resurgence of nostalgia over the last couple of years. So obviously the Saddle Club is also coming back to the world and, you know, Stan is streaming the Saddle Club now.
And it's streamed all over the world, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I have fans who are in France who actually write to me in French how much they love the Saddle Club. And I'm like, I can't understand this because it's in French.
Yeah.
And I have to type it into Google to be like working out what's going on here.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
So yeah, it streams all over the world and it's actually really lovely because now the generation who was watching Saddle Club when they were a kid, they're watching it with their own kids now. So it's special.
Very full circle.
Yeah.
I was actually a huge fan, as you already know, of the Saddle Club growing up. And I have something to show you. I brought this with me because I was like,
oh my gosh.
This is my childhood photo album. And you are on the cover.
I don't even have this piece of merchandise.
Did you know this existed?
Oh my God, no.
How random.
I didn't even know we had photo albums.
Apparently so. I was like, I need to bring this to show her. It literally has pictures of me like when I was a baby. And I wrote this as a child, like me and da-da-da-da, like
oh my gosh, you're so
all the
cute.
things. So there you go. Now, it's been 25 years since season 1 of the Saddle Club, which is just insane. How does it feel knowing it's been 25 years?
Oh, well, I feel old.
So do I.
But I'm just so grateful that the show has touched so many childhoods out there and that it's kept alive that long. We had no idea, like back in the day, that it would blow up this big, that we'd have albums that would come out of it, that we'd do live shows at Westfield and go to the Logies and do gold albums. Like, it was just crazy what came out of it. But I think the biggest thing as well, that I got to meet the girls. Like, we're still really, really close and I just love them so much. And we talk all the time. Like, we've already had chats this week about this podcast.
Oh my God, so sweet.
I was like, girls, I'm really, really old right now and I need to remember like some of the funny pranks and things that happened on set. And then Keenan told me a couple. I'm like, oh yes.
Oh my God, I love that. Because I was going to say, you're going deep into the archives having to unlock all of these memories.
I know.
It's 25 years ago.
I'm a mum, so my brain is mush at the moment.
Baby
so
brain.
I needed their help.
Oh my God, I love it. I can't wait to hear all the stories and for you to spill all the tea. Now, I want to take it all the way back first to before the Saddle Club, because before then, I don't really know much about how it all started for you, and were you already into acting?
Well, my mum actually saw something in the paper and it was for Les Miserables at the Princess Theatre. And she was like, do you want to go for this? Because I used to always be that little kid that was annoying with my family and I'd be like, you're in my musical, you're in my play. And I'd set up like torches around the lounge room and get all my cousins to perform. And they were like, please don't make me do this. And I'm like, you're doing it. Yeah. And so my mum was like, you're really pushy, you're into this kind of thing. We'll take you. And it was like one of those long days where it was just like lighting up on the stairs all day. You're going through different auditions. And I actually was going for the part of Little Cosette, and a little girl was laughing at me behind me, and I just started crying. And she didn't get the job and I did. So
Joke's on you. That's hilarious.
So
yeah, oh my God.
I was in Les Miserables.
Yep, wow.
And it was my first big thing at 10 years old. Actually, I was 9, turning 10, and they had a big cake for me and everything. And I was little Eponine. I didn't get Cosette, but it was like the best thing ever. And then my mum got me an agent after, and my first audition was the Saddle Club.
Incredible. What was that audition process like for the Saddle Club? Was it a big one? Was there a lot that went into it?
Yeah, there was like 4 rounds.
Wow.
Like for a child at like 12 years old, that's a lot.
So you were 12 when you auditioned?
Yeah.
Michael, you were a baby.
And they said to come in like riding gear. And so I was like, I haven't even owned riding gear because I've never ridden horses except for a trail ride. And so my mum got me this like decked out,
so cute.
new riding gear with like chaps and everything.
She was committed. She's like, you're going to get this role.
Yeah, she's like, yes. And so, I was, went through the rounds, and then Keenan was in the last round with me.
Yep.
And we just connected. We connected straight away in the audition room. And then I got a call. I remember my mum being downstairs and she's like, do you want this role? And I was like, yes.
Oh,
and then it all just started from there.
Did you realize how big it was going to become?
No.
You knew it was for an ABC series, right?
Yeah.
You just didn't know how much of an impact it was going to have.
No, and I had no idea as well how much responsibility being, a child actor is as well.
100%.
Like the responsibility that you have.
Yeah.
Like it's such long days.
Huge.
Like it was just like we got picked up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning and we got back at like 7 at night. And then you read your lines for the next day and you learn them, have a shower, bed, go to sleep. Like
and you're doing school
lot.
as well, doing school remotely at the same time?
School.
School.
I mean, we had a tutor on set.
Okay, right.
But because I was in a lot of the scenes,
right.
I was hardly doing any school, so I fell behind.
Yeah.
But also, when there was school to be done, Keenan, Sophie and I would just run off and like play.
Oh my God, I
And
love
the tutor
that.
would be like, where are they?
They're off. They've left.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so nice. You built such a cute connection with the girls.
Of course. And like we always got up to mischief on set. We were always like building little shelters and putting signs up saying, you can't come in.
Oh my God. Well, it was your childhood and you didn't have the normal childhood like most kids would have at school, getting to do those things, or in your backyard like you were on set.
Yeah,
and
this was like at 6 months at a time. It actually felt weirder going back to school and having normal life because I was like, where am I? Like, I don't know these people. I want to be with my set family. I want to be with the girls. And the girls would have their mums on sets who came over from Canada.
Right.
But then they'd fly back and I'd be like, where's my little support system? Where's my
your
friends?
family? Yeah. God, that would be such a tough transition. With the horse riding element, so you weren't horse riding beforehand. You literally just had done some trail rides, as you said. And now you just jumped straight into a role where you were meant to be really good at horse riding. How does that work? Like, did they just throw you into some training? And how long does that go for?
They took us up to where it was set. I didn't know how to ride a horse. And so basically they trained us up for a month before we started shooting.
Just a month?
Yeah, every day for a month, and it was with the trainers from The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was
pretty
just
intense
like,
training.
I love The Lord of the Rings, so I was like fangirling
that's awesome.
really hard. But it was really amazing, and that's where my connection of the love of horses came too. So I'm so grateful for Saddle Club as well, because it's like it brought me horses, and now I volunteer at a mistreated and abused horse shelter as well.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. So full circle for you as well.
Yeah.
Did you have like a period in between where you weren't really around horses much and you missed it and came back to doing this now?
Yeah, I think like when I went over to LA and Vancouver, I lived over there up for five years.
Awesome.
And that was probably the only time that I was kind of away from horses, didn't have much to do with horses, because I was just over there living the life, trying for acting, building connections and everything like that. So, but I do miss it. Like I made some really good friendships over there. So it's hard to miss the weddings. It's hard to miss my friends having kids and everything.
That's
but
fair.
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah, I bet. Now, with being around the horses at first, like you were so young, were you guys ever afraid of the horses on set, or were you hesitant riding the horses? How was that at
We
first?
were scared, but I remember that I got a little bit confident, and like I was putting out a carrot, and Rocky, who played Prancer in the Saddle Club, it's so funny that they had like other names.
Yeah, I was going to say, so that wasn't, Prancer wasn't the horse's real name.
No, Rocky.
Wow.
And I'd hold out the carrot and I'd just turn around or something, and then Rocky's bit my hand, and I'm like, ah! And I'd forgotten how strong they are and like how hard and, painful a bite could be from a horse.
Wow. And were there many times on set that things like that would happen, or was there a lot of like safety in place? I'm assuming being an ABC
there was
show.
safety in place, but we did have riding doubles in the first series because even though we could ride, we weren't spectacular riders. We weren't just going to chuck ourselves off horses and,
Right.
and do stunts and things like that. So there was riding doubles, and it was so funny. I've got some shots of my riding double and I, and we look exactly the same from behind.
Wow. Oh my God.
But it was a lot of fun, and I did in the second series start doing my own stunts. So I was throwing myself off horses onto mats and doing all the jumping and everything. So it was
insane.
Yeah, it was insane.
To now jump into it completely and throw yourself into this new skill.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I know, and I felt like kind of cool when I was doing all these stunts as well. Like, you feel like you can do anything.
100%.
And they're like, Lara, you need to just like pull it back a little. Like, don't just throw yourself off. Like, know where the mat is.
Right. Had all three of you never ridden horses before?
No.
Wow.
So Sophie had done just some trail too, but Keenan hadn't. So we were all just chucked in together. But it was nice to be chucked in together because, no one was like kind of, giving you pointers or anything like that. We could just be like, okay, let's just go for it and try and do our best and let's learn together.
That's awesome. What a cool experience.
Yeah.
Now, you said you ended up getting really close with the girls. Was it always like that from the beginning? What was your relationship like when you first kind of met, and did it just grow over time?
Definitely with Sophie and Keenan, it was just like love at first sight. Like, I'm going to get teary because I miss them right now. It's hard when you have had a baby recently as well, and like I would love them to meet them. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it right now. I love them a lot, and like they are my sisters.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I spent my whole childhood with them. So we've been through the ups and the downs and the not so good things and the really insane happy things, and also went through all these new experiences together, like going to the Logies and the Arias at such a young age and getting to experience like, whoa, what is this? We're seeing some of our favorite people around us and everything.
Wow.
Like when I saw Jet and Human Nature and things like that. I was like,
oh my God. And you got to have those experiences together and all those cool memories. Two of them are from Canada and then you're from Australia. So they came over for the show, right? They were cast
It's a
from
bizarre
Canada?
concept. So it was a joint production between Canada and Australia.
Right.
They flew the Canadians over, but then it was weird because they had an accent coach on set that tried to pull the accent out of them.
Oh.
So that it could be anywhere. And it was just really odd because it's like, well, there's clearly two Canadians here and everyone else is Australian. You would think that like maybe the better option was, these two Canadian girls come from Canada on a scholarship or something like that to Pine Hollow. But instead it was just like, we want to make it so that no one knows where you're from and it's not really Australia, it's not really Canada, and it just didn't make sense.
So they wanted them to almost have a hybrid accent that was not recognisable?
And it was weird. If you hear some of this, like Keenan like sends me some clips sometimes where she sounds kind of British mixed with like South African and Australian, and it's just really odd. Like, why don't you just leave them the way that they were?
That would have made more sense.
And there's so many times where we had to cut filming because there was like kangaroos jumping around.
Oh, wow.
And we couldn't make it like we were in Australia. So it's like, there's a kangaroo, let's stop filming. And I think that's something that they missed out on, because if it was an Australian show, like how nice is that to see kangaroos jump in the background 100%. While you're riding a horse or something. Right. So I feel like they didn't think about that as much as they should have.
Because usually I feel like Aussie kids shows, I feel like from what I've seen at least, they want to make it really authentically Aussie and have that relatability factor.
I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. I guess they were just trying to make it work.
I guess so. I think because I always saw the girls as, well, I probably thought American at the time, but Canadian, like I could hear the accent difference. So it's funny, they never established why, but that's obviously why, because they didn't want it to sound Canadian at all.
And that's a question they get all the time. Like,
I can imagine.
And they've always been called American too.
Yes.
Like people have been, confused with that too. And they're like, we're Canadian.
Exactly. As a kid, you don't know the difference. Like, it's all the same. No idea. Now, I think we all love a bit of tea from behind the scenes. So I just thought it'd be tea. Do you have any interesting like behind the scenes lore from your time filming the show, or anything you remember that happened on set, or fun memories?
I mean, we always had crushes. We were young girls.
I bet.
So, we'd see Nathan Phillips, who played Red, walk by and be like,
Oh
and
my
then,
gosh.
like I really had only had one kiss before the Saddle Club, and
Yeah.
that was like lining up in Indonesia and kissed a guy and he ran off on me. And that was like
Bye.
year 4 or something.
stop.
And then, I had to have this kiss on the cheek scene. And I read the script for him like,
Butterflies.
I'm like, oh my God,
This is
boy
happening.
kissing me on the cheek.
Which character was it?
Sky Ransom.
Oh, Sky.
So he was the movie star to Pine Hollow, and so he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and I get all butterfly, and then there's the gypsy boy who comes, and we actually kiss on the lips, and that's in the second series. So I'm a little bit older for that one.
Yeah.
But I actually had a crush on him outside. Yeah, filming as well. Of course,
so
he was much older than me.
Oh my God.
So I was just like, and he had a girlfriend. And I was like,
did he? I was going to say, did you ever hang out? But no.
He's going to leave her for me.
Oh my God.
But Keenan, Sophie, and I would just always get up to trouble. Like, we were always doing pranks on the boys on set too.
Really?
Like, Glenn, who played Phil, Stevie's love interest, we were always doing things to him. I feel actually really bad for him. We were always just doing weird things where we threw his clothing in trees, and we'd put like salt and pepper in his shoes, but I'm not sure what that would actually do. Like, we just thought it would be funny that he would start sneezing, and it's like, really need a lot of pepper for that.
In his shoes too. It's like all the way down there.
It's like none of the stuff we made was sense.
It never does make sense.
No,
These teen pranks we
never.
pull, I'm like looking back, I did the same weird things as well. I'm looking back going, what was I thinking? What was I trying to achieve?
Yeah. We always had car rides and everything where we'd pick up a baby chino because we were into baby chinos back then, and we'd just all sing the songs in the car, and that's memories going to set every day and everything. And so
cute.
yeah, there's beautiful moments like that, and then there's the cheekiness.
It's all part of it. You have to have those moments.
Of course.
Your
And we'd always
teenagers
have
on set.
sleepovers offset
Did
too.
you?
Yeah. Like, my house just became the sleepover place where everyone would just have a sleepover. But in the second series, I lived on set.
Okay.
So that was
wow.
really hard.
My gosh.
I don't recommend it. It was a fun thought and everything. But now that, I was thinking that more girls were going to be living with me, but because I was the main character and the 2 other main characters were living with their mums on set.
Right.
I had a chaperone and I was living on set by myself.
Oh my God.
And it was a little bit lonely for a child at that age.
How old were you when you were living on set?
14.
Wow.
Yeah. So even though I loved that I had this house of my own and the girls would come over and we'd get up to trouble always, it was just really weird. It was a weird concept of living so young. But apparently I wanted to do it, so I can't blame my parents for sticking me in.
You're like, don't complain now.
Apparently
it's your
I
choice.
was like, no, I want to live on set.
Oh my God, that's so young to feel. I mean, I guess you did mature quickly being on a show.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
became adults really fast. I feel like we had to grow up quite fast, which is a good thing because, we took charge of a lot of things. We were confident in what we did, but then you kind of lose a bit of the childhood as well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Also, you guys looked so much more grown up in season 2. I can't get over that. I was looking back and I was going, that looks about 5 years apart. But it was only a couple of years apart. Is that right?
It was 2 years apart.
Crazy.
But I just can't believe that they even took that long to get it going. Like, I remember the buzz around the first series and they just took so long to get it going.
Okay.
But yeah, I look like a completely different person.
Oh my God, totally. I was shocked looking back. I'm like,
so cute in the first series, and in the second, I've got pimples.
You were a full teenager.
Yeah.
Speaking of season 2, I know Chris Hemsworth made an appearance,
Yes.
right? I was watching that back last night because I was like, did that really happen? And that was actually a thing.
Yeah.
How did you guys react on set? Or I mean obviously he wasn't a celebrity yet.
He wasn't a celebrity yet. It was his first actual TV show.
Okay.
So I go, he can thank us later.
I love that.
I mean, he was nice enough. We didn't spend too much time with each other. But we were young girls going, oh my God, this golden god is on set. He's so hot.
I was going to say, surely you guys were like, he's cute.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing the vet, but I was like, he was 17, 18?
Yeah.
He was a baby himself.
Yeah, I don't know how he would have done that.
We love
Because being a vet, it takes, 10 years or
Very
something?
advanced.
So he was 10 when He started university.
Apparently so. I was like 2 when the show came out. I'm a 99 baby, so I kind of jumped on the Saddle Club train later. Did it take off in season 1 immediately, or was it season 2 that it kind of got that cult following?
No, I would say the first series.
Wow.
Because then we were doing things like going to Westfields and everything and singing. And then season 2 is when we really had the albums that went gold and going to the Arias and things like that, and traveling around Australia and doing these pop-up kind of Saddle Club experiences and dancing. I'm the worst dancer ever. I've been watching your podcast and I'm like, this girl's moves.
Oh, stop. No,
you're
my
phenomenal.
God, please. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. You were saying before that you had to do a certain dance to Hello World on stage at the Westfields.
Yeah.
I think at some point you're going to have to teach me that dance. We're going to have to do it
I mean,
together.
it's very simple to what you've been doing, but you know, I actually got a lot of people after the second series following me down streets and everything, and they'd do the moves to me because they remember them, and just singing to me the song. Like everyone always sings that song. I'm like, yes,
How do you
know.
react to that? Like, what do you do when someone's just singing to you on the street?
Yeah, at the start, I was just like, oh yeah, that's cute, da da da.
Yeah.
And then later on, I was like, okay, you can just come up and say hello.
Yeah. Hello. I mean, it is hello.
I love the song, and I love that
great.
people love the song as well. And
I actually have so many cool memories of singing it in the car with my sister and my mum growing up. Like, we'd just be driving, we'd be singing the song. It wasn't even playing, we'd just sing it a cappella.
Oh, hello.
I know, hello world.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a singer too.
I'm absolutely not a singer.
You're like, a cappella. I was like, oh, there's a singer over here.
I wish. In the beginning of the show, there's an instrumental that plays of Hello World, and at the end, there's that scene of you guys, or in season 1 at least, of you guys recording it in the studio.
Yes.
Do you remember that? Was that your first time in a recording studio?
Yeah, it was so much fun. I had the headphones like pretending, because like the music wasn't even coming through them, so I was like pretending like, woohoo, yes, hello world.
That's great.
But yeah, it was just so much
cute.
fun doing all that, and then we got used to that studio because it became the studio that we do all our audio dubbing over the top.
It looks so challenging. I always think that watching shows back, I'm like, how did they record it so perfectly? And the breaths as well.
Especially when it's like a really high intensity scene and you're like trying to get what you had on set in your body there.
Completely different, because you're not even around the same people. You're just kind of there in a box.
Yeah.
And as a child as well, that's so tricky. And I feel like you learn so much in that process, being 12 years old, having to do that.
I know. It was a lot of fun too.
I can
I would
imagine.
just eat snacks in the studio.
Just enjoying.
And be in your pajamas because you know you're not in front of the camera or anything, so why not?
So you did the live performances following, you know, the release of the albums and things like that. Do you remember much about that element of it, the live performance side?
I do. That I had really bad dress sense. Like, I don't know what was
Didn't we
wrong. Oh my gosh. I had gold splattered jeans most of the time. And like, you know, the shell necklace.
Oh my
You know, the big shell with all the beading.
That's everything.
Butterfly clips, of course.
Always.
But I was just like so badly dressed. The other girls are like always cool, and I was just
Canadian
like
girls.
not.
Oh.
But yeah, it was so good to see all the fans there, and my heart would just melt when fans would come up like little girls and just cry. And they're just like, Lisa.
sweet.
And I'm just like, oh my God, you're beautiful. Just giving them cuddles. But there were some weird experiences too.
Were there stalker fans?
Yeah. Like there'd be someone come up to me and their backpack is full of my face, like badges of my face.
Are these children?
No.
Like,
no.
These are adults coming up to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrifying. How does one react to that? Like,
and there was like teenagers and everything who were going down escalators, and I was going up the escalator, and they'd like grab my hair from the other escalator. Like it got a little bit weird for a young girl.
Oh my God.
But you know, I just tried to focus on the sweet face.
yeah, I can imagine. Was it like that for all three of you? You all had those kind of weird experiences
Yes,
as well?
we all had our own thing.
Yeah.
But I think the girls kind of got away from it because they were from Canada. So
Right.
they'd shoot, do the little, appearances, have it the weird or the happy stuff on at the Westfields and whatever, and then they'd go back to Canada. Whereas because it was so big in Australia, I constantly had it.
You were stuck with it. Oh my gosh, wow. And then did you go back to school after that?
I did, yeah. I went back to school and it was really weird. Like I definitely just put all my attention into the arts and just did like the drama and the theatre studies and all of that because I was not good in the science and the maths and everything department.
And you'd missed out a couple of years pretty much being on the show.
Yeah, but luckily my mum was an English teacher, so I did well in English.
That's great.
Yeah.
How handy.
But it was really nice to like get back with my friends at school as well. But it seemed like we didn't know what was going on in each other's lives. So it was like this reconnect every time I came back.
Yeah.
And it was always hard to just like keep on leaving and then miss things. It was weird, but like I did love school as well. Like I liked the competitive stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like I was really into sport, like a soccer freak.
Were you?
Yeah,
God,
I loved soccer. Yeah. Well, I was
God.
like in the defense.
Okay.
And the big girls would always like pull my ponytails and stuff from like other schools.
Yep.
And I'd like wait till the referee was not looking and I'd like push them
Oh
over.
my God. Oh, wow. You were seriously competitive.
Yeah, I was very competitive.
I love that.
Too much.
And do people recognize you all the time as the Saddle Club girl? Or they always like, it's Lisa, it's Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes, you know, people forget that I have a real name, which is
like... And they do sound similar as well, like the Lisa and Lara 4 letters that start with L.
Well, Keenan Carol,
right.
Sophie Stevie, Lara Lisa. Isn't that weird?
That is very freaky.
Yeah.
It's almost like fate, though, that it was just meant to be.
I know.
And then in 2009, they released season 3, which was kind of more my era. So I remember seeing that as it was coming out with Marnie Kennedy, who I always loved from Mortified. Did you see that show at the time?
She's a great actress.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
What was it like for you guys seeing this kind of rebirth of the show? Because you guys were the
honest,
core
I was a
cast.
little bit upset at the start because we weren't actually told about it.
Oh, really?
So it was actually a shock to us all.
Wow.
I found out through another cast member about it.
Really?
And I'm all for, you know, redoing a show and everything, but I always think that you should give them other names.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like it's really sad because it didn't give those girls a chance to be their own characters and they were kind of like living the past of ours.
Yes.
So I always think it's weird that they always replace people like, oh, let's just do another Lisa, another Stevie, another Carol instead of like Belinda, Melanie and Lottie or something.
Yeah.
You know, so that kids could connect with them as different characters because we had already made the connection with our audience through who we were. And then I know that a lot of fans were like, they're not them or they're not the original people and we're not dumb, we're not fools. Because even when they replaced someone, I think it was Drew in Neighbours, I was like, that's not Drew.
Yeah, it feels wrong seeing new people under the same name.
Yeah, and it's not the girls' fault. They were amazing actresses, 100%. But they should have just called them different names and they should have, you know, maybe had us do the Passover. Like maybe we're, you know, the sisters or the cousins or something and we go, you know, have a good time at Pine Hollow, I'm off to school or something, and did like a handover.
Yes.
But they just didn't even think about that.
That's interesting because there was no kind of next generation where they're like your younger cousins or anything like that. It was literally just them being you guys.
But I know that they had their own fan base too and as well, and it did really well. So,
just kind of different generation because yours was more like the millennials and then this was the next generation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. But it wasn't that far apart either. It was still kind of close enough where it's a bit awkward.
I just feel like they missed out an opportunity to kind of grow the fans with us and grow us to teenagers and after that and follow along. And those girls could jump in it too and be other characters. Not that I'm petty. I know.
Oh my God. No, I just find that really interesting because I was always wondering what it was like for you guys, whether you had any idea it was happening, but obviously not. It just kind of came out of the blue for you guys. I feel like you've done so much. I was doing a little stalk online. I was like, wow, you've had such an interesting life and I feel like you've had so many roles and worn so many different hats. I don't know if this is true, but were you working for Total Girl?
Well, actually, I was doing like a little Ask Lara advice.
Oh, that's so cool because it said writer for Total Girl and I was like, I love that magazine.
Yeah, Total Girl and Saddle Club magazine I was writing for.
Wow.
So, I was getting back to people's advice or questions about the show or just normal everyday things. Yes. So it was quite fun being a little writer.
Very cool. And what else did you kind of dabble in over the years? Like you've had different roles. I know now you're radio presenting. What's your career kind of looked like since then?
Oh, look, I think when I went over to LA and and Canada. So I studied at the Victorian College of the Arts acting for 3 years straight after the Saddle Club and finishing school and everything like that. And then I went over and everything and kind of got lost. I got lost in whether I really want to do acting anymore or if I was passionate about it. I never tried anything else. And so when I came back to Australia, I just tried all these different things like casting director, music manager, recruitment even, like all these different things. And then I went back and studied broadcast journalism and I got a job being a broadcast journalist out in the middle of nowhere. So regional Australia, Hamilton. Loved it, but a quiet town. And that was my first job out there doing news and everything. And then my sister-in-law was going to a party with my then co-host from Ballarat Power FM, and then I got the job on Breakfast.
Wow,
and
very cool.
I've just been silly in Ballarat, talking to the community, giving away prizes, and I just love it. Like I love being with people, and the community there is just so lovely.
And you were living in Ballarat for a little while, you were saying, while you were on Power FM.
That's so I've been there for the last 3 years. And like I was saying,
Amazing.
it's just such a beautiful community, like really great people. Like when I got pregnant, a whole lot of people were just like dropping off gifts, like made me a nappy cake for my baby shower, ringing up, wishing me well. I was just like, I just feel connected to these people and they're just, they're just lovely people. And I'm just really glad that I've got a job where I can just talk my mind and speak to people and go out and have fun and do fun things. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I really love what I do.
That's the beautiful thing about country towns as well. I feel like they're always such close-knit
we
kind
all
of communities.
band together.
100%. Now, you're a mum now as well, as you were saying, which is so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's mum life?
It is the hardest and the most beautiful thing I've ever done. I did not realize what I had done. Like when I had a baby, I was just like, what's going on?
Is this real?
Like, this is so hard. It's so tough. I can't believe people have more than one child. This is so difficult. Like, you are sleep deprived. You don't even know what your own name is anymore. I've still got the baby brain, like I was saying. Honestly,
God, I don't blame you.
I know. And when you're breastfeeding as well, you're just completely... You just stink all the time because you've got breast milk all over you. Your boobs are leaking everywhere. You're just a mess. And I had really good friends though who were just kind of like, if you need me to come over and take a shower. And my parents were really, really just so amazing, like cooking all my meals. And my partner would just... When I'd be like, I just need to have time to myself, he would just take over. So having a baby is a lot. And I'm very grateful that I was able to have a baby because I'm in a parent group right now. And a lot of the women took a long time to have the babies or went through IVF and things like that. So I am very lucky how quickly I got pregnant and everything. And I know how lucky I am, but I am just so in love with him. Like I can't even explain the love that you have for your child. It's cute. I'm so in love with him. He's such a beautiful boy. He's been through a lot. He's had colic and eczema, and he was a preemie when he was born. So the day that I finished work, he was born the next day. So he came 4 weeks early.
So you worked till the very end.
I worked to the
Not that you
very
knew it was going to be
end,
the end because he was born early, but oh my
gosh.
gosh.
And I worked hard too. So I was like, he was probably like, I'm coming out now.
That's crazy.
I've had I'm finished work now.
Yep.
Here I am.
Oh my God. So there was no time to breathe in between. It was just straight into it.
And I thought I'd had like 4 weeks of just like relaxation and having some time just with Belly. And no, he wanted to come out, and he wanted to come out before Christmas. He was born on December 13th. So lucky 13.
Cute.
He is a big fat baby now,
my God,
and I
cutie.
just love him. My partner is 6
awesome.
at 4, so he's a big baby.
I can
He's
imagine.
very heavy. My arms have just been like, they don't even work.
And that's only at 7 months. So
Yes.
Let alone when he's a 2-year-old.
I know.
As someone in the creative arts and then as having been a child actor yourself, now as a mum, how do you feel about your son, if you ever wanted to get into acting? Do you have a different view on child actors these days?
I'm like, no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I mean, if he really wanted that and he was desperate to act, I'd be like, okay.
It's such a divisive topic. And I was like, I need to hear someone's firsthand.
Being a child actor myself, I'm just too protective of him. And it's not that my
100%.
parents weren't protective of me. It's just that I think because I've been through it, I know.
sure.
And I know when things can go wrong or, certain things that weren't so good that what I went through.
Yeah.
And so I would probably be like, no, you're not doing that. And unless he was really going, I really want to do it, Mum, and
Adamant,
I'm really passionate about it. And I'd be like, all right, let's get you set up with an agent.
And then you'd be the full mummager who's like on the set watching everything.
Oh, I would. Because, there was some times where on set, there was not some good times. So I remember being told, I was like really busting to go to the toilet. And they were like, no, we can't. We've got to get you on set.
Oh, God.
You can't go to the toilet. And I was busting.
No.
And because I was just so stressed, I peed my pants. I just went to the trailer and I put on some new clothes. And so I went out on set stinking of urine. And then I got yelled at by the director just saying, you're late. And he was really aggressive. And I started crying. And the lovely makeup people who were just divine people, they took me and calming me down and taking care of me. And I thought that my mum hadn't known about that and that was just something that happened and I didn't tell anyone and everything. But apparently the producer rang her up, told her what happened, and she was on the set the next day and she went up to the director and was like, so what happened?
Good.
And he was just like, oh, so you're here to check up on me? And she's like, absolutely. There was just certain things where you probably see things too early.
Right.
The long days and everything. It is tough for a little person and to kind of get told off and stop playing on all that kind of stuff. But, there's other good things about it that, it brought me to Sophie and Keenan. It brought me horses. I got to do something that no one else gets to do, which is, be on Saddle Club and act every day and meet different people and have albums that we sing and, like you
Incredible.
I wouldn't change it.
For sure.
Like it was my childhood and everything, but I would just be careful of my little one going into it.
100%.
And definitely I think that there should be more things on set watching out for children.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And do you think now when your son gets a bit older, you're going to show him the Saddle Club? And be like, that's Mum on
yes,
TV.
I can't wait.
I bet.
I can't wait. I can't watch it at the moment because my dog is obsessed with horses and just barks at them.
Right.
And so I put it on once and he was just barking. I was like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this.
Oh my
this
gosh.
is too terrible.
Let's not.
So I'll have to wait till you're at my parents or something and
Fair.
then I can show little one the show. But my nephews actually watch it and they love it. They ride around on a horse on a stick
Cute.
and they've actually stolen my Patch.
Oh my God.
A plush toy, and I said, I've got to have that back because
No.
that's for Nashi. And they're like, no, it's mine.
Oh my God. Like, this is nostalgia right here.
I know.
Oh.
And so I can't wait till the day that I can sit with baby and he can watch the series with me and be like, oh my God, that's my mum when she was little.
That'll be so sweet. Now, is acting still on the cards for you, or are you kind of like you've left that behind and you're on to the next chapter of life?
Well, I'm just, I'm doing radio right now,
Yeah.
loving radio, loving chatting.
That's amazing.
Loving being part of a community.
Yeah.
I would like to probably do a podcast or something
That would be
about
awesome.
child safety.
That would be great.
And talking to other child stars about their experiences.
Amazing.
But yeah, I mean, I'd never say no to acting if it came back. Also, if they wanted to do a reboot of the Saddle Club, I'm happy to be,
Please.
a
love that.
writer or a director on
my
set, or maybe I'm the mum who is
Yes.
of one of the girls,
Oh,
or I
amazing.
own Pine Hollow. I could see that happening too.
So could I, absolutely.
Yeah.
We would love that. Please, this is our petition. Bring the Saddle Club back. We need it. Lara, thank you so much for joining me on today's
No
episode of
worries.
Oh Snap. It was so lovely chatting with you. And if everyone wants to find you on Instagram or TikTok, what's your @?
Lara Jean _Marshall.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you guys in the next episode, or I'll see you in the next episode. Lara will see you maybe in my TikTok.
We got to do the Hello World dance.
We will, and we're actually going to do that right now. Bye.